Hello drone pilots! Would you like to know exactly where you can and cannot fly, where all the restricted areas are, where all the temporarily restricted areas, Notims, and just hazardous places to fly are? Look no further than the Drone Assist app. It's completely free and we're going to look at it in more detail. So let's get started. Hello everybody, my name is Paul Tace. In this video we're going to be looking at the Drone Assist app and how it can help us when we're flying our UAVs. So what we're going to do is pull down this screen here and you can see exactly what I can see on my phone. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the Drone Assist app and we'll get this warning coming up telling us that it's our responsibility to make sure we fly safely. Press I understand and it will take you to your current location. So what I'm going to do first of all is zoom out, and well, we can do that just by pinching the app, and then when we're looking around we can see there's actually nothing going on. And that's because we're zoomed out too far. So what we do is we just zoom in, and I'm going to zoom in here on the city of London. And there we can see we've got a lot of red zones come up. Now the red zones, if I press on them, we can see a red zone are regulated high risk areas and operation of your drone may be hazardous or prohibited. Now this particular one I've got selected is the City of London restricted air, and here we can see it says do not fly your drone in this airspace without prior approval. Now unfortunately for this particular one it doesn't tell you who to call to get that approval, but in some areas it will have a phone number there so you can know exactly who to call to get permission to fly there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over to the right, and if we come over far enough we can see here we've got the London City Airport. So if I press on this one, we go down to the menu below. Oh, there we go, London City. I'm going to press on that, and again it tells you what the red zone is, and this one in particular is a flight restriction zone. Flight restriction zones are surrounded by certain protected aerodromes. To fly in this area you will need permission from the Air Traffic Control Centre or the Flight Information Service at this aerodrome. Flying without permission is illegal, unsafe and may lead to prosecution. So that's really straightforward. We can see clearly there's an airport here, and we cannot fly in this area. Okay, and then just outside of here again, we can see we've still got a red zone here, but this one's the controlled traffic region. So if we press on that, this one's a regulated airspace. So this means this airspace is likely to contain high volumes of aircraft. We recommend you do not operate your drone here. If you do, please exercise extreme caution and abide by the CAA drone code, ensuring your drone remains within your line of sight at all times. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Again, it's telling us, although it's not illegal to fly there, it's a hazardous area, so we've just got to be really careful if we choose to do so. Now there are other areas I want to look at. Let's come in here, and again, if we go back towards the Tower of London, we can see there's a railway here, and then if we wait for long enough it'll update, and we can click on this and we've got a yellow area pop up. So let's click on this yellow area, and this is a railway hazard. So a yellow zone indicates regions where operation of your drone may cause security, privacy or safety concerns. This one's the railway infrastructure. Beware that railway infrastructure is dangerous, fast-moving, rolling stock. Electrified tracks, cables and signalling equipment exist that may not individually be mapped. So again, this is just highlighting this is the hazardous area. We don't want to be walking across this or landing our drones near here. It could get crushed or electrocuted. And then just next to here we've got another yellow one, and this is Guy's Hospital. So let's click on the Guy's Hospital one. And again, we've got the safety concerns here or pedestrian hazards. There's probably going to be a large group of people here. And again, we've got privacy concerns. This classification of area or point is likely to be additionally sensitive to privacy concerns. You may have a greater obligations to disclose your intended flight over, within or near these areas and any controlling authority or landowner, particularly if you plan to fly with surveillance equipment. So you're going to get privacy concerns anywhere where there's like hospitals, schools, particularly primary schools. So it's not a restricted area, but there may be legal concerns from a privacy point of view. So although with a hospital I wouldn't think it would be that bad, somewhere like a primary school you don't want to be flying over there with your drone videoing the kids. That's obviously going to cause problems. Use your common sense. So now I just want to bring your attention to the top left hand corner here where we've got the little settings. We can turn the airspaces on and off, so if I don't want to see all the airspaces, they're gone now, and I can just see the hazards on the ground, and I want to turn that back on. And then we can see restricted areas. Again, we can turn that on and off. And then again, if we want to get rid of the ground hazards, I can just click them and they're gone. And that's just going to be useful to know if the map gets really cluttered. So something else we can do is have a look around. So if I want, for example, to fly in the Lake District, I can type Lake District in here. And there we go. We can have a look around here and we can see if there's anything going on or anything to be concerned about. And this particular area of it seems to be completely clear and fine to fly around. Again, we've got a ground hazard down there, but nothing terribly to worry about. Now another thing you can do with the Drone Assist app is also see Notims, which are areas that are soon going to become restricted. So when I was looking in flying in London before New Year, I noticed there were some Notims out around the Tower Bridge, and this is because they're going to have firework displays. So it told me that from the 1st of January to basically the end of 2nd of January, you weren't allowed to fly there due to the fact there was going to be fireworks and laser shows going on. So you're going to get Notims, or temporarily restricted zones, where there's going to be big events going on, such as festivals, where there wouldn't usually be anything, but for 1 day or 2 days, there will be something going on. And again, you can find this on your Drone Assist app. Okay guys, and there's just one more thing I wanted to draw your attention to, and this is going to be like local bylaws. So if I type in the Peak District here and go and have a search, we're going to come down to Peak District and we can see that it appears to be completely fine to fly around this area.
Now if we look at the Peak District website, we can see they recommend you get permission from the relevant landowner before flying your drone there. It also says they can't share who the landowner is due to data protection regulations. Now I'm not sure if this is a legal requirement or if it's just ethical to listen.
Now I'm not telling you this just so you can completely disregard it, I'm just pointing out that some areas might not be on the map, and if you do accidentally fly in these areas, there may not be a lot they can do anyway to enforce it other than tell you to leave. And obviously if they can tell you to leave or to put your drone away, you would need to do so. Now if we come over to the right and we zoom in just about here, we can see this little blue circle's turned up. Now this blue circle is a flight report, and a flight report is just where somebody who intends to fly in this area puts it on the app. You can do this yourself, and this person here you can see has said that they're going to be flying their drone from 3 AM to 3:15 AM as a commercial flight. And what this does is it lets other drone pilots out there know that this person's going to be there. So the fact that this pilot's done that means now if you go around there, you know there's going to be something in the airspace and it's a potential hazard. Now the last thing I want to do is just go over these options down here on the right. We've got this little arrow. If you press that, it's going to show your current location. I'm not going to do that because I'm shooting this from home. The next one is the little search icon. And again, this is just going to help you search areas that you want to plan to fly. And then underneath that, you've got this little one that looks like a funnel. And this is just your options it brings up. And then if we press the bottom one here, it will just tell us everything that's going on in the area. There's nothing happening here, so there's nothing to report. But there we go, if we do it here, again, instead of clicking with our fingers, we can just click it with the icon on the right. Okay guys, so that's a really in-depth look of the Drone Assist app. I just want to point out again that it's entirely free, and it's also endorsed by the CAA, so you know when you're flying it's going to be fairly up to date, and it's going to have pretty much all the information you're going to need to know. Okay guys, and it's just worth pointing out that anywhere we're flying where it's okay to fly, we still need to obey the drone code. So that's it for this video. If you found it useful, hitting that like button is a huge help to me as a creator. If you do have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And I hope to see you in the next one.